All right, happy Monday night, everybody. Welcome on in to the Hat Creek Interior Studios. That's right. If you're looking for superior white glove service, delivery, and everything else on the most amazing furniture you're ever going to see, you're looking for Hat Creek Interiors. Whether you're in Lubbock and go into the showroom, they're at 101 South Slide Road or hatcreek.us. Hat Creek Interiors, Corey Flanagan, that's who you're looking for. Yeah, I know this is the show that nobody's watching, but you're watching, so you're going to chime in, right? We're going to have fun tonight. Indiana, Miami. Who you're rooting for and why? And we're going to tell you tonight, you must root, if you're a Texas Tech fan, you must root for Indiana, right? We'll discuss. We have that Texas Tech men's basketball real-time seed projections. Um, Big picture college football. Why do people think there's a salary cap on college football right now? Why do people keep acting like there's some sort of salary cap? There is not. Why do you, if you think there's one, you tell me why. Anything else? NFL, Sean McDermott fired in Buffalo. And where were you on January 19th, 1977? Yeah. All right. The show tonight belongs to you. We will hang out as long as you guys are rocking and rolling on the United Supermarkets chat line. That's right. The supermarket that takes care of West Texas and puts their name on things out there at, I don't know, the United Supermarkets Arena, where Texas Tech had a huge win over BYU this weekend, where game day is coming this weekend for Houston. Maybe that's just one reason to shop at United Supermarkets. So also brought to you by Jackson Brothers Meat Locker in Post, Texas. West Texas legends. They handle all your meat processing needs. And if you live outside the area, you just can't run down to Post. Hey, they ship to you. Get on their website. Really good. South Plains College, a lot of great Red Raiders started off as great Texans. Find out what they can do for you, your continuing education or otherwise. And everybody tonight hanging out with us in the Hat Creek Interior Studios. All right, let's get it going tonight. Where do we want to start off? James gets us going. Old style, thumbs up. I know the championship game getting ready to start. What are we about? Maybe 10 minutes away? How quickly is it going to start after the alleged start time? So here's the deal. If you're a Texas Tech fan, you should root for Indiana. 100%. Because if Indiana can do it, you can do it. If Indiana can upset the apple cart in the Big Ten, are they coming from a power conference? Yeah, but they're not supposed to be. They're not the team from the Big Ten that's supposed to be there. That's supposed to be Ohio State. That's supposed to be Michigan. Maybe there are several others, but not Indiana. So if you're a Texas Tech fan, you root for Indiana. You root for them to take down Miami. I got nothing against Miami. All right, nothing against Miami. In fact, it's been so long, 25 what years since they were on the precipice of winning the national championship and gacked it up against Ohio State that, I'm almost kind of sympathetic to where they are. But no, you had your great run in the 80s, into the early 90s. Not going to do it. So tell me tonight, are you rooting for Indiana? I think you should. If you want to talk Tech basketball, we have not visited since the win over BYU. I left them for dead, buried after the 16-2 BYU run to start the second half. Here we are again. This team runs out of steam in the second half. It's not going to be. You can't duplicate what you did against Duke. That's not going to happen. Oh, hold on a second. Wait a minute. Hold up on that there rodeo. Here you go. And then JT Toppin shows up and you get the win. So now you're a lock solid right now if the tournament started a 4 seed for Tech basketball. Can you play to a 2 seed or a 1 seed? And I think it's going to be hard to do that in the Big 12 because everybody's going to beat up on everybody. I think the best team in the Big 12 may end up as a 2 seed just because you're going to have so many losses that the committee is going to be like, well, we can't give a team with this many losses that, even though we know they're really good. So what impressed you the most about the game? Let's see. Robert, I refuse to watch the final for the SEC Invitational. Nobody's in it from the SEC. Watch it. Watch it because Indiana's in it. All right? Come on. I think this game will be a possession type game. I don't know what that means. 28-24 Indiana. You know? A possession type game. All games are possession type games. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying possession type game. Just say you think Miami's going to cover. Which Miami defense shows up tonight? The one that played against Ohio State and absolutely shut them down, or the one that played against Ole Miss and just they ran up and down the field on them? Which one's going to show up? I think if you want to handicap this game, you first have to have an idea of which Miami defense is going to show up. Because I can tell you which Miami offense is going to show up. The one that's really not that good. They're just not that good. And I can tell you which Indiana defense is going to show up. The one that shows up pretty much against everybody. Yeah, right? Okay. I've got this game 38-20. I am way to the over. And I'll tell you why I've got it 38-20 Indiana. I think Miami's offense is good enough to get about 20 in this game. I think Miami's defense is good, but it has been propped up by playing certain teams. And I think we hyperinflate what they did against Ohio State, which I don't think was a very good team, really, actually. That's just me. And A&M, which I don't think was a really great team. But I give them credit for going to Kyle Field and doing what they did. So, they're all right. But Indiana under Cignetti, they dropped the hammer. This is not a coach who's going to get up 21-14 and say, all right, let's just ride it out, boys. He's going to drop the hammer. He will put every point on the board that he can. In the second half, if Indiana's up and it looks like there's no way Miami can, he is going to try to run them out of the building in their own building. He's built that way. Indiana is built that way. They will run it up. I'm putting my money tonight on the fact that Kirk Cignetti wants to run up the score, not just win, but obliterate a Miami team that I think is very good. But this Indiana team, the defense is every bit as good as Texas Tech's. Probably top to front end, back end better. 38-20 the score. We're going to go as long as the comments are good. I think we're underway. Are we underway yet? What are we doing here? Why are we not underway? Got to hit this button. Come on. Oh, that was bad. Clicked on the button, made the button go away, and now I got to do this and updating now. Come on. Give me game tracker. And are we still, we're not kicked off yet? Come on. Why are we not kicked off yet? Give me your score predictions, anything else. And why you should root for Indiana. You want to talk basketball, we can. And where were you on January 19th, 1977? I want real and actual answers on this one, all right? Where were you? Where were you January 19, 1977? I can tell you I was in Canyon, Texas, by the way. We'll explain why I'm asking the question before we get out of here. This is Andrew Dalby. Plugged in the ice machine. The ice machine, once plugged in, cannot be unplugged. The ice machine, though, must be respected at all times. The ice machine, you can't just plug it in and unplug it, whatever. It can only be rarely used. I would recommend any young man at a young age working with the ice machine, be careful of the power. Be very careful of the power. You don't know what it holds. Respect. Jeff jumping in on our YouTube channel, Ryan Heights Raiderland. 36 run after the 12-minute mark was a thing of beauty. Talking about Tech and BYU. It was stinking stupid is what it was. You get down on a 16-2 run and you're like, all right, no post depth, no depth in general. Okay, what are we going to do? We're just not going to let them score for 9 minutes. Stupid. Tech basketball right now, fourth NCAA tournament. And not just a borderline four, but like a lock solid four. Take it, run with it. You got plenty of opportunities going forward to improve on that. We got so much stuff on the sheet tonight. We're not going to get to it. And we're going to go as long as the comments are good. So you guys get in tonight. Tell me why you're rooting for Indiana or why you're not. Because if you're a Tech fan, you should. Don, I see Indiana University, same as Tech in terms of culture, NIL, similar coaching, and underdog status. Both embrace today's game. NIL culture is a little different between the two schools. That's fine. In terms of culture, I don't know. In terms of Tech's been a hell of a lot better than Indiana for years, yes. But the underdog status and you're not welcome here, boom. That's the deal. They don't want Indiana in this title game. There is nobody at ESPN, ABC, and anybody else that wanted Indiana in this game. They wanted any other major Big Ten school in there. Same if Tech had been in there tonight. The real question is, will Sig actually smile when they win? I don't believe he will. He may fart a little, and you get like the little babies, when they have gas, and they're so excited and they toot and they kind of grin. I think that's going to be Signetti. That if they win, he'll probably pass gas and be so happy that you get a little bit of something out of that. Joseph, future trivia question. What school has undefeated championship season in basketball and football? Miami will cover, but Indiana will channel Bob Knight, strong defense and fundamentally strong. So what he's talking about is the 76 Hoosiers who went undefeated, Quinn Buckner and that team. And if they do this in football, that you would have 76 and 96 being undefeated national championships. And obviously the most undefeated of undefeated teams ever because it's the most games they've ever played in college football. Pretty wild, isn't it? You're into that sort of numerology thing and everything else that 96 and 76. I'm old enough to remember 76. My man Andrew getting crazy. Plugged in the ice machine, all caps. Don't let it overheat. Trust me. James wasn't born until 1980, if this helps for stats. 80, you guys. You kids. Freaking kids. Kids of the 80s. I graduated from Tech in 92. So in 97, I was living and working in Lakewood, Colorado, near Denver. Not Denver, but Denver. Living life large. Well said. First time listener, long time texter. Rooting for the Indiana because I think Carson Beck is overly tattooed for a quarterback. 37-27. I've got it 38-20 right now. Jalen Petty taking Tyree Bryan's job as one of the surprises of this season. I'm looking forward to. Hold on, David Collier is in. Everybody, I can shut down the whole thing tonight. KMAC 28 Sports Director David Collier, very famous on Twitter X, very famous on YouTube, very famous on Facebook. I can just shut it down now. Have we freaking kicked off yet? What are we doing here? I keep hitting the wrong button. There we go. Good Lord. Are we really not underway? You got to be. Yeah. Looking forward to a couple of years from now when the college football playoff ends in March. I agree. More college football is better. We can just run it into the weekend, or really the week, because we could finish it up on Thursday or Friday before the Final Four and roll right into it. 11 games, start 0 week. eliminate the conference championship games. We're good. I'm not one of those that feels like we have to end on January 1st. I can go a week or two, but next year they're talking about the title game's going to be on the 25th, I believe, of January and whatever. I get that. I truly do, but just 11 games. By the way, I want 32 teams in the playoff. January 97, in the oil fields of Sydney, Montana, coldest winter on record. The reason I'm down here. He says 77. We're asking, where were you January 19th, 1977? Anybody? Anybody get anything? Anybody in Lubbock who are great rock and roll fans? Anybody in Lubbock who love music? Where were you, my older listeners, viewers, on this day in 77? Randy Wade, Trump just got a loud cheer during the national anthem, and you'll be glad to know that no one yelled stars. Thank you. God. Please end that. All right. Just Tech fans, stop it. When people do that at Tech games, beat them with a hockey stick because that's what they want. They want to be beaten. In my mom's belly. Anyone want to take a vote on what that's an answer to the question of? God, I hope it's January 19th, 1977. Can anyone confirm or deny that the game has started yet? Because I'm still trying to get score tracker going on this, and I ain't getting anything that tells me this thing is underway. I mean, how long are we going to have to wait? Right? I mean, I could be not doing this game and listening to Chad Hasty. If Miami wins, will the U be back? Well, yeah. I mean, here's the deal. If you win a national championship, you are back from wherever you were, whatever you were doing, you're back. What is there else to do? Kevin, Twitter X at Ryan Hyatt Media, has not started. Trace, underway. I love this stuff. We're underway. It hadn't started yet. I got it 38-20 Indiana. I am so square on this pick. So square, but everything I've watched with this Indiana team tells me that I think they can slow down Miami's offense. Everything I've watched with this Indiana team on defense, makes me feel like they can keep them under about 20. And everything about Kurt Cignetti tells me they can score and will score until the end of the game. That it's not a coach that's just going to be satisfied with a 24-20 win or a 27-20, that he wants more. He's going to go for more. That's who they are. That's their identity. That's what he wants to do. That it's different from a lot of coaches, I think, approaching this game that go, all right, let's just win. What do we got to do to just win? I don't think Cignetti just wants to win. I think he wants to dominate. I think he wants to crush. That's very different. We're about to find out eventually. Game's on, maybe. Team's about to leave the locker room. Well, that's good. They can't get out there and play if they don't. You can blame Indiana for Notre Dame not being in the Big Ten. They were one of the schools that voted against Notre Dame being in the Big Ten. Good for freaking another reason to root for Indiana. F Notre Dame. Why is the Big 12 commissioner at the national championship game tonight? Why do you think he's doing there? Because it's the national championship game and every commissioner of every league is there. Of course they're there. It would be derelict of duty to not be there. It's like at the Final Four. Whether you have a team at the Final Four, the conference commissioners go, every athletic director goes, every coach goes. Every coach in America is probably at this game tonight or has been in some form or fashion. I mean, if you're, what do you mean, why is the Big 12 commissioner there? course he's there. It'd be stupid not to be there. Come on, you guys are better than that. Really? You got to be better than that. Hey, I swear, some days I wake up every morning and wonder what I'm doing here, trying to plug in the ice machine. Hey, Mini Dolby, unplug it. You're not old enough. Think it overheat on you, you won't know what to do. There's no asbestos on the bottom. Very dangerous. One thing we are not going to get to tonight. University of Texas, the most underachieving football program of all time. CBSSports.com with a story today about monetary valuations of all college football programs. UT number one at $2.2 billion. Really? Really? If you looked at the top 20, you wouldn't find Miami, you wouldn't find Indiana on the valuations done by CBSSports.com. You wouldn't find any. Wow. So what does that tell us? You got a lot of underachieving programs out there, don't you? And that the old model doesn't really apply. What model does? Money, yeah, but different. Not on capital, but on people. Not on buildings, but on human beings. It's a totally different realm now that many people are late to the party on understanding what values, what matters on the valuation. The valuation on UT is all about stuff and very little about people. And the people they value really aren't very good, apparently, at college football for the most part. Let's go back. A couple more comments. Indiana 31, Miami 23. I believe that's a score prediction and not the actual score at this time. Are we playing yet? Still trying to get this thing loaded. I'm not getting anything on CBSSportsline.com or any other game trackers. I've got Jan jumps in on our Facebook on United Supermarkets chat line. Teams coming out of tunnels. Red Raiders. Men's basketball up by 5, down by 9, win by 13. I do believe they were trying to give me a heart attack. Love getting to see all the 95-96 Raiders and Coach Dickey. The reunion was a giant success. The reunion they said would never happen. David Collier came back 28 sports director. Maybe your market's there to cheer on the Big 12 officials. By the way, for those who don't know, the Big 12 officiating crew is officiating this game. So get ready for some officiating tonight. And this is dumb. Well, okay, some people would say, well, they ought to work together. But in the postseason and bowl games, they don't work together. Crews that have worked together all year long are just, smashed together. So, you go, okay, do you really need officials that are from the Big 12 to work this, or do you just get the best officials? Jeff, UT's 2.2 must be in crypto. All right. That's cool, man. Hey, I don't even know how we're figuring this stuff out. I'm just driving a Cadillac, and I'm driving over to my friend Woody Hellerson's house, and we're just like, gonna have some queso, man, and I just know we're all right. It's gonna be all right. We got a man back, Manning, and it's all good. It's all good. No worried about nothing now. Be a party at the Moon Tower. We get this thing rolling. Party at the Moon Tower, and then we're gonna go down to the Moody, man. We're gonna feel the mood. That's what we're gonna do. It's all good. Just hey, pay no attention to the teams in the championship game. They don't matter nothing. They don't nothing. Don't nothing cost nothing, man. Just it's all be good. Soon, JCTT, perhaps tonight, a team will figure out Indiana's defense. When they do, everyone will, and back to a basketball school. or they're really good. Hey, y'all, guns up from Tater Salad City. Where's Tater Salad City? Fritch? Pampa? And we are underway, says Chris. I don't believe you. 6:54 on a 6:30 start. Are we underway? All right, we're underway. Come on now. Let's go live. There we go. Got to click that. All right. Oh my gosh. Can't believe. Are you kidding me? Fletcher for 9 yards? Unbelievable. It's all over. All over. 2nd and 1 at the Miami 37. This game. Crazy. All right, I got it 38-20. Real quick, get your last score predictions in. See, I know a man. Ron White. Rich. Turns out they were stopping everybody on the sidewalk that night, and that's profiling. The blue light? What blue light? I see no blue light. What are you referring to? Jane gets her prediction in 38-35 Indiana. I need Indiana to win by more than that, but the total's good. My man Trace, college football bowl officiating is akin. First off, Trace, you're the only one I know under the age of like 80 using the word akin to the 10th grade biology group project. Akin. 35-17 Indianapolis. Indianapolis. Until May. 13:02 in the first, 3rd and 8, Miami 45. The Hurricanes with the 2nd and 8 now, unless that's not updated. No, now it's 3rd and 8. After a back goes incomplete, intended for Tony. So a big 3rd down looming here. 13:02 left in the first half. First possession of the game in this national title game here in Miami, almost a home field. And back, he'll drop back, complete catch made by Tony, 3 yards. But it's going to be well short of the first down. And Miami's looking at a 4th and 5 at the Miami 48. Too far out for a field goal. And in midfield early in the game, I can't see Mario Cristobal going for this. He's probably going to look at sending the punt team out there. And it'll be the Hoosiers getting involved for the first time with Mendoza, your Heisman Trophy winner, coming trotting out onto the field there in Miami at Jimmy Buffett Stadium. How's that for a play-by-play? I'm not even watching the game. Thank you. All right, 38-20. We need to get some points on the board, though. We got to get some points going on. I think a large points are going to come in the 2nd and 3rd quarter, and then Indiana drops the hammer. But I think it's going to be Miami getting it going in the 2nd quarter more than the first. Although, how much time do we run off there? Not much time. So we may get a score here in the first. All right, so the whole deal about where were you January 19th, 1977. Trace, you're going to enjoy this one before we get out of here. Saw this today, and I verified it as much as I could. January 19th, 1977, maybe the greatest rock show ever in Lubbock, Texas, at Lubbock Municipal Coliseum. All right? Maybe the greatest rock show ever. Because on that night at the Lubbock Municipal Coliseum on January 19th, 1977, Artful Dodger, which was kind of a quasi-prog rock band out of Virginia, couple of albums, not much to speak of, they opened up. And then, and only then, Rush took the stage. That's right, Rush took the stage at the Coliseum. Now, you would think that's a hell of a show. Rush, 1977. it didn't stop there because after Rush got done, that's right, Uncle Ted came out. Ted Nugent, the Motor City Madman. You had on one bill on this night at Lubbock Municipal Coliseum in 1977, Artful Dodger, which had about 2 albums worth anything. Then you had freaking Rush. And then you had Ted Nugent. I mean, Wang Dang sweet pancakes. Give me a better bill than 77 Rush, 77 Ted Nugent. All right? Give me anything you can beat. You can give me headliners at the Coliseum. You can give me Elvis. You can give me whatever you want to do. But you give me those two and Artful Dodger, which has like Scream is their best song. And I did a freaking rabbit hole on them today. You know what I figured out? I think Artful Dodger is a band. I mean, I had lost in history on this thing. Went down the. I think Artful Dodger is the Fairfax, Virginia version of Stillwater. You know, in the movie, you know what I'm talking about. Almost Famous. That's that band. There you go. So one day, Rush, Ted Nugent, Artful Dodger, Coliseum this day. I know we've got some people of the age, of the era. And if you're watching this and you're checking it out tonight on replay or anything, drop us a line if you were there. All right? Drop us a line if you were there. I had my first marriage ruin this day forever. I'm sorry, but go listen to some Nugent and pretend like you're in Lubbock on that day in 77. It's all better. Jeff, Budapest, or no, Budfest, 50th anniversary of Buddy Holly's birthday concert was the best ever. Budfest. Chris, nice. I saw Rush in Dallas at Reunion Arena. Well, I didn't. I didn't get to because I didn't live in Dallas. So I didn't get to see them there. So yeah, January 19th, 1977, Coliseum, Ted Nugent, Rush. If you were there, let us know in the comments tonight or on Twitter at Ryan Hyatt Media or on Facebook. We invite you to enjoy all of our platforms. Ryan Hyatt's Raiderland, the channel on Facebook and YouTube, free. Subscribe to all of them. Do we have anything going on score-wise? Indiana, are they marching? No, not really. They're down on their 18th yard line. It's 2nd and 8. So we don't have anything going on early yet. I'm going to stick with it, 38-20 Indiana. We're going to be back with you in the morning. They're on the website, Tuesday's Best at theraiderland.com. We're going to put this on the website so you can share it with your friends and have some fun tonight. And just thanks for being out there. We really appreciate it. You know, I know you guys got a lot of stuff going on. Thank our sponsors if you can. Jackson Brothers Meat Locker and Post. They're on Facebook. South Plains College. The road to Raiderland runs through Levelland. United Supermarkets. And, of course, everything we do comes out of the Hat Creek Interior Studios. So if you want great Western-style furniture, custom furniture, and accessories, and you want it delivered to your house, they do that at Hat Creek Interiors. See you tomorrow. We enjoy everything we get to do with you guys in theraiderland.com.